Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you guys had a good day trading, disciplined. The usual. Came out profitable. Hope you didn't get chopped up too much in the lunch early afternoon session. A lot of good things happened today. Like we can take a lot out of today. There's a lot to learn today, and hopefully we can digest some of those here in the next 8 minutes or so. So where I always start, ES Weekly. You see, remember we were holding this order block right here. We were holding the middle of it. We're still getting a nice reaction out of it, which tells us, when these CEs usually hold, it's usually because there's something that it wants to draw back up towards. And I think what that's going to be, uh, we do have an hourly FVG in the way right now, but I think we violate that. If not, we go back to the lows, but I think we're gonna violate the hourly that's in here, and I think we're gonna draw back up towards this small weekly FVG up to 45.45, which would also be the next high after we displace and get over this hourly FVG. So not saying we're gonna get over it, but it looks promising at the moment. So this is going to be a draw probably, most likely on the weekly. On the daily, not the same thing, but remember we still have the volume imbalance up here. So I mean, we'll see what happens once we get to that weekly. If we retract back down, but that's something for another day whenever we get there. But I mean, daily's looking good. Remember, we're holding this FVG, and we're holding the zero point 0.5 of that daily as well. So that's another bullish sign. And then the biggest, not the biggest, but the biggest time frame. This is pretty cool too. I look at because it's not every day you see a monthly FEG tested, but with NQ taking that 1520 level, which we were begging for to hit. Remember today we got it right on the money at 1520, so that felt pretty good to predict that perfectly, and you see what's happening at that level. That's why you always have to pay attention to where your larger time frame liquidity is sitting, because if you if you look here, we took a good look this liquidity on the monthly. If we go to the weekly, pretty much the same thing. We'll go to this line, NQ daily. Not much to see here. Kind of holding this order block here, a little bit, but I mean nothing to really see there since liquidity was taken. Sorry. So yeah, remember we wanted this. We can get rid of this. Remember we wanted this liquidity pool here. That's what we got last night, and obviously we're displacing above, which tells us, once you take liquidity at this level, sorry, it's not drawn perfectly, it's very close. So once you take liquidity here, you start to look for displacement. Once you start to get this displacement, this was the liquidity, and then we start, you know, looking at the next highs where we could possibly go to take liquidity to the high side. So NQ 4 hour, I'm just kind of seeing this a little bit here. Like, I mean, it's not the most perfect, but it seems like we could start pushing back up to that 15,600 level, depending what happens here. So NQ hourly, I'm gonna. So this is why we held so good today. So you see, this is really interesting. I'm gonna go to this chart. So this is why you always have to pay attention to your midnight opening price, which is whatever price ES is at 0000 hours. So at midnight Eastern, wherever ES is at, you always need to mark out that price. This is 44.70 25, and or I think it's 44.70.50. Sorry, and 15.50 50 on 15.50.50 on NQ. You see what happens this morning. I thought, okay, we might come back down and take 15.20, but because if you remember, we violated, where was it? We violated this FEG this morning. And I was like, oh, well, okay, well, we violated this. There's a reason we violated this. I thought it was to come down and take 15.20. Nope, it's to come down. It was to come down and take that midnight opening price right here, and and displace back up, which is highly plausible. It's a great reason to go down. It takes out the stops that people had at the midnight opening price on a Monday, and then it takes them out and then rips back higher. On ES, you can see the same thing. We'll go to the 15, make things a little bit easier to see. 44.70.50, boom, stopped out, rips back up. So that just shows you the midnight opening price. And then to make things even more clear today, I know a lot of people were looking for shorts today. I didn't quite understand it, just because of we were building up this like these liquidity LRs all afternoon. Like these were gonna get broken at some point. You could just tell like the market wanted to go higher. It was just waiting on that right moment, and that right moment happened to be like once we took lunch lows. You always need to pay attention to a lunch lows. So ES or NQ did not take lunch lows, as you can see, but it doesn't matter. As long as one does, it can carry the market, which is exactly what happened. So ES took our lunch lows off this 12:15 candle. You see, boom, boom, and then we just displaced back up, and we start to run all these little downtrends we had building up all day, where you did not want to be trading in this chop for the most part. Was some good setups in there, but I mean, for the most part, you just wanted to stay away until you got like a clear signal. So with that, going into tomorrow, uh, there's it's tomorrow's gonna be really easy. Easy. So not okay. Can't say easy. We might have some really good price action tomorrow. I think we have a nice trend day tomorrow, based on what happens here. Get rid of all this noise. We'll leave 1520 just in case. You see, oh, I did want to show you guys this. So this is why I didn't understand why people wanted to be short today, because of the little downtrends that were building up on like the 1 minute and the 5 minute time frame. But NQ closed over this hourly, and then you can see, we rejected it earlier, and that's what sent us lower to the midnight open prices, and then we closed back above it. And look what happened after we closed back above it. We never closed. You could have longed, if it was on a smaller time frame, you could have longed from here, and then rode it to these highs, and then maybe a runner here. Just it's all hindsight now, of course. But this holding tells you, it was telling us that price wanted to go higher for some reason, and seeing that like it was displacing up before this high was created, we most likely at least went to this high and taken it out. And I think the draw was to come back up to these hourly FVGs and at least test these. So this hourly held, and it was also on the 4 hour as well, just a little bit smaller. But you can see how we still held it. Like if you go to the hourly, yeah, we wicked below it, but we never closed below it. So it's a very uh, bullish sign that we keep on going higher. I mean, we could be going higher just to hit this FEG and go back to the lows. However, tomorrow overnight, all you have to watch are these hourly FVGs. If we get above this, we're probably going back to 15,440. Get back above here, probably back to that 45.45, which if you remember is a daily high, and it is a weekly FEG. So that's the areas that I'm looking for going into tomorrow. Obviously, if we reject this, we're looking back at this hourly FEG here that you can see held today when we dipped. Another reason why I didn't understand why people were short, because we were delivering from an hourly FEG. You never want to short when when you're going against an hourly, and especially the highs were not taken. But yeah, if if we reject here, we're looking back to 44.88, maybe back down to 44.70. But gun to my head, I'm gonna say we're bullish tomorrow. See what happens. Same thing for NQ. It's the same hourly. It happened in the same time frame. So close above. Back to 15,440, like I said, and we're just watching those going into the evening. So with that, I think my job here is complete. And oh no, let's look at the trade we took this afternoon. So we took a trade at, where was it here? I said if we close over this at 1242, okay, I think it was on a 5 minute chart. Yeah, that's exactly where it was. So I said if we closed above this was the trade setup right here. It's our typical inverse setup. We took the lows here, I think this might have been an hourly as well, if I'm not mistaken. I believe so. Yeah, yeah. You see, we were holding this hourly right here, and then we got displacement back up. We violated this 5 minute. I said, if we get back to this box, we can long. So we took a long position at 44.96, I think 50, I believe. And then we looked for, and then we went to break even when we hit 44.98.50, which it was a 1 minute high on the. There was equal highs on the 1 minute. I'm not going to go to it. It'd take me too much time to show you guys, but just trust me, there was equal highs at 44.98.50. We trimmed some more at this high, and then we held one for 45.03, but then obviously it didn't work out, and we sold our runner at break even. Anything else we had? No, we did take an NQ long, and then we got our first trim in, and then we just got stopped out on the arrest, so pretty much break even on that trade. So with that, everything is covered, I believe, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and we will see you tomorrow.